I'm Nathan Manuel. Who are you?
I'm Jimmy Cappucci.
And I'm also known as Jimmy's boss. And you're the Jimmy that has allowed me to be Jimmy's boss.
Unfortunately.
So why don't you tell me about how that came to be? How did you? I don't even remember exactly. Someone that we worked with recommended that you work for me.
Yes, I worked with someone that you hired, and he needed someone to help him with some work. So I
Some
interviewed,
work. Some work was IT work,
some
though.
IT work.
Okay.
Yes. So I interviewed and became Nathan's underling, which was a life decision that was made.
So you worked with me for a couple of years, and in that time, you were playing poker, and I was playing poker. Kind of different worlds, right? I was playing cash, kind of low to mid stakes cash, and you were playing like low stakes online tournaments. Is that basically true?
Yep, that was very right when I started taking poker more seriously was right around the time that I started working with you. Um, so I remember actually how we first started talking about poker because I didn't know that it was a thing with you where you had asked in the work group chat if anyone wanted to go to the World Series, and that was my first trip to the World Series right
Cool.
there.
And that's when I banked off what,
Like 15K, something
15,
like
14 or
that. 14 or
$15,000
15.
in that Planet Hollywood event. Um,
Yes.
and that changed my view of tournament poker quite a lot, I think, in one trip.
Yeah, so that summer was great for me, especially since we had a swap in that tournament.
Yeah, I don't remember
After
exactly how big the swap was, but it was an abnormally large swap, I
it
believe.
was it was definitely a massive swap. I remember that it was like either like 25, it was like 25 plus percent. We just really had no idea what we were doing, and we're just like, this seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah, so here's the deal. So that was June of 2015, and it was for $17,549. And so, yeah, it was like all of a sudden, I mean, it would have taken me half a year to grind out $17,000 playing cash at 1-3 or whatever.
Yeah. I remember that very vividly too because you busted that tournament and or you chopped it at it was whatever time it was. I think it was late, and your flight was in like 2 hours.
Yeah,
You
so it
had
was like
a
four in the
flight.
morning. Yeah, it was like 4 in the morning, and my flight was like 6:30. And
And
I
that's
had
not the only time that you've done that something like that where you've busted a tournament and just ran to the window, gotten the cash, and then just ran to the airport and just disappeared.
I had to give a presentation in Los Angeles to a office full of people the next day, and I had a backpack with whatever $17,000 in a FedEx envelope in it on me that I'm running and getting on the airplane, and then going to an office with sitting in the room across from me and kind of just like not telling anybody, which at the time was like a huge kind of score for me, especially because again, at playing cash, it takes a really long time to grind out $17,000 profit. And so, talk to us about how did you become part of the RunItUp community, and then we'll maybe talk about like how our friendship connected me to that community.
Sure. And I think it was 2013, 2014, I saw a YouTube video that Jason Somerville released that was something about, it was some type of Run It Up video or pre-Run It Up video. I'm not really sure which. Way back in the YouTube days of Run It Up,
Yeah.
which is who knows how insanely long ago now. And there was a link to a IRC chat in the comments of the video, and I hadn't been in an IRC chat in years, so I was like, well, I didn't know that people still use this. Let's see what
Right.
this is.
Right.
And I joined it, and really didn't even talk in that chat probably for the first 2 months that I was in there. Just kind of watched the people that were interacting with each other, and now a lot of those people are my best friends.
Right.
I'm in the room with one right now.
I know. So I think we're probably some of the only people who have gone to every single RunItUp Reno. I mean, it's like a privilege to get to be able to do that. At the same time, I feel like it is part of our social calendar in a way now, because it's like we go there and we're like, I'm like setting up spa and workout days with people. You're there setting up prop bets with people. But we're hanging out with people and we're seeing all these people that we talk to every day, but it gives us like a meeting point to like interact with them. I know Andy and Big Bear are there going golfing every time. You know, it seems like it has become a bigger part of the community and a bigger part of our friendship than, you know, we could have ever expected when this started. And I've said to Jason a handful of times, like the thing that's so interesting to me about the RunItUp community now is that I feel like I have friends all over the world through this forum that I didn't have before, that has come solely out of his creation of RunItUp. And I don't think that was something that when he was thinking about creating RunItUp, I doubt that him having that type of community was exactly what he had in mind.
I mean, it really is insane if you think about it. Like, I can go almost anywhere, any major city, and meet someone that I know pretty well now. I've couch surfed on the RunItUp tour before. I've stayed at Alex's when I was in New York. I stayed at Tacos in LA.
Look, I think RunItUp Reno is such a unique environment, right? Because when we go to RunItUp Reno, it's so much fun. Every table is fun. Every type of tournament variant is fun. It's one of the reasons I'm sure that we go every single time, right? Because yes, there's an opportunity to maybe win some money, but also like the entire environment is such a unique environment. And we always hear about this, you know, we always hear about what is unique and special thing it is that's not being replicated anywhere else, and who knows why, whatever. And I think that we're really about to see a very unique RunItUp Reno, where there's going to be so many people there. There's lots of media coming. They're having multiple Platinum Pass events. They're having a lot of the PokerStars pros coming. All of these people from Twitch Poker are coming. All of these pros who don't normally come are coming, which is like, I have mixed feelings about. I tweeted with Ari Engel, and Ari Engel was saying he was going to come this time, maybe because of all the different opportunities, which again, he sees as value opportunities. And so he's like, I know he's a crusher, and so I don't want him there. And so, you know, there's a lot of things happening there, but it's such a unique community. And I think what you're describing is really important, but one that RunItUp Reno does such a great job of. And so I've heard Jason say this, but I think it's important to reiterate, which is the idea that if you've never played live poker before, RunItUp Reno is such a great opportunity to make it your first time or first opportunity to play live, because you know you're going to go there and people are going to be friendly, the community is friendly and inviting. And it's a great place to go and have an opportunity like that. So again, I think all of that is to say thank you to you for like bringing me into that community. You know, I know that you're one of my best friends, and we talk all the time, and that community wouldn't have existed if this didn't, you know, happen, for me at least. And so I also think about, like, I'm a lot older than the people in the community, and so it's not a community I probably would have found on my own. And so that's a weird, unique thing that happens in a community like this. So thanks for that. And thanks for doing this. I know that, you know, you're taking time out of your grind time to be here chatting with me on a video call instead of playing.
Oh yeah. We should talk about the prop bets real quick. That needs to be in there, I think. We need just the picture of you with the fucking hat on.
In my first Vlogger in Paradise video, I really focused on community as like the primary concept. And so I thought when the third week was to have to interview somebody from my poker life, you know, it really made sense for me for it to be you, and that you are the person who introduced me to that larger community and kind of opened that door to me. So it's interesting. I guess I say thank you to you for making that connection happen and bringing me into that world.
Yeah, it's insane because especially knowing that with you specifically, you're usually the person that brings people into worlds. So yeah. Glad I could do it on the other end.